are you feeling leading up to midterms?
You know, we're down to about 19 days, and we feel really good. I mean, all of our conversations out there, talking to voters and just regular everyday people, has been really positive, and so I'm pretty excited.
Absolutely, especially with this leading up to this time of change. President Trump's coming to Nevada. He's going to be there today. But how are we feeling about all of this immigration stuff? We have that caravan making its way towards us, and the comments President Trump made about shutting down the border. Can you speak a little bit about that?
So one of the frustrating things about this situation is the reason why we have these asylum laws is to help those who really need it. And there are circumstances around the world where countries take in folks who are actually, their lives are in danger. And the laws are there to help those and give them an opportunity to be safe and secure. When you see situations like what's going on now, we don't know how many in there are in desperate need or some are just looking for a better economic opportunity for them and their families, which are good reasons as well, but not to take advantage of our asylum laws and pass people in line who are trying to come the legal way, who are in the same situation, but just trying to find doing things the right way. And so I think we've got to address that. I think that's why I've always been one of the folks that have been most outspoken on immigration, is because we want to have a system that's fair, treats people equally, and gives them the opportunity to seek a better life and be better and have a better chance for their kids, but obviously contributing members of our society. But yeah, we've got to make sure that things are done the right way and that we help those who desperately need it when their lives are on the line and it really, their situations are that desperate.
Absolutely, and especially here in California, so much of our agricultural community relies on people that have come over from Mexico or from other nations in that field. Is there some type of way maybe you guys are working on immigration in regards to keeping that aspect of ag together?
So we obviously had the dialogue a few months back. We got some votes on the House floor. Obviously we weren't able to move them forward. We've got no support from the other side of the aisle. As far as what we're doing to try to make the situation better, obviously through the appropriations process, we have some dollars that go into the communities down there in Central America where a lot of these folks are coming from, and try to make the situation better for them there. If it's investing in some of their schools, community centers, working to make sure that they've got other opportunities in life and try to make their situation better for them there. And that's something that we do from the United States, and it's helpful. But as far as the immigration bill, for right now, before the election, I don't see anything happening. Maybe in a lame duck, depending on what happens on the election, that opportunity is there. I'm obviously hopeful, but yeah, it just really depends on what happens 19 days from today.
Absolutely. That's coming up so soon here, and I'm sure you guys are so swamped and dealing with a lot of stressors, but definitely with a lot of the farming relief efforts that have been underway, I definitely have received a lot of emails from viewers asking if these immigration changes could hurt the ag industry here in California.
So there haven't really been any changes in agriculture, or even in immigration in general. So no, there's nothing directly that's going to have a direct impact on agriculture today. It's us having to get something done for the future that would be the most helpful today.
Absolutely. Well, what do you think of this high-speed rail project? We just had a big meeting here in town, and they're running with it. I know last time we spoke, maybe a few months back, you didn't think it would get done because it's what, $77 billion or something just crazy to fund that. What do you think now?
It's tough keeping track of what dollar amount they're at now, just because it's just gotten so far out of hand. Obviously, I've never been a fan of this project specifically. I don't believe that the folks that are running it know what they're doing and have the resources to actually deliver a project that would actually work. As far as them moving, it sounds like there's a little bit of controversy even where they're moving it to now, and it might even be worse than the original location to begin with. But yeah, it's the same project, the same leadership, and it's still very unpopular throughout the valley because of the management of it and the way that they're treating our locals. And we still, even last night, run into a few constituents who are having real issues with the high-speed rail and dealing with them.
Absolutely. And if you get reelected, it'll be another term here for you serving in this position. What has it been like, I guess, over the course of your career to leading up to this election? I guess, why continue to stay in this when I think a lot of people are down on Washington and down on politics? What keeps you going?
Well, I mean, obviously caring for the community and wanting to make a difference. And I think we've had some really good successes. I've gotten legislation signed into law that came directly from people here in the Central Valley and Kern County, bringing those ideas to me. We continue to work on the waterfront. We've obviously had some wins, getting the WIN Act signed into law, which had an impact. but also
I was just reading about that like a few minutes ago.
well, we have some good things that have gotten done. We've got more to do, working still on my Blue Water Navy. Now that the Senate is out of session, it'll probably be after the election that we'll have that bill make it to the president's desk, hopefully. But yeah, there's still a lot left to do. And yeah, there is a lot of negativity out there, but there's still a lot of positive things that have come out of Washington. And we're actually appropriating dollars the way we're supposed to be. Instead of these big omnibuses at the end of the year, we actually got individual pieces of legislation done, smaller pieces of legislation, funding our government on time before the deadline. Hadn't been done in 20 years. The Senate finally stepped up and did their side. And the House has been doing it. Our side of the building's been doing it for at least my time in Congress, but we've struggled, and a new chairman there has made a real difference. It's positive. We're seeing things done the right way, but there's still a lot more left to do.